Hi, this is a video to remind you how to do the annotations on the newsela website. When you get to an article like this one, which several people will have to read in my classes, you scroll down, you find the text, you want to read the article first, and then there are 4 different colors you can use for annotation. So I'm just going to select some of the text so that the colors show up. This is not necessarily the exact part of this article that would correspond to these annotations. But just to remind you, when you select the text over here on the right-hand side, you get 4 color boxes. Yellow is what you want to use to identify the author's claim and any supporting evidence. Supporting evidence is usually facts, details, data, etc. that can be used to support the claim. If I highlight another part of the text, now I can see one of the other colors, and that's green. And in green, you want to identify any keywords or phrases that influence the meaning of the text. So these are words that could be what we think of as loaded words, or words with a particular positive or negative connotation that will influence your opinion about the subject without necessarily offering you any evidence or data or statistics to support that sort of influence. Okay? Now I'll go down to another section and highlight it. The next color we're going to use is blue, or maybe it shows a little purple. And in this case, you're going to identify phrases that show the author's point of view. So author's point of view often comes through in an opinion piece more strongly than it does in an informational piece of text, but we want to be on the lookout for these because these again are phrases that give us a sense of where the author's coming from. So again, we'll look for words that are loaded words, or we'll especially look for any bias in the article. And then finally, the last color we're going to use is red. And when you click on red, red is where you're going to write in a question. Whoops. Got ahead of myself here. A question about the text. So you should do at least 2 questions for every article. You can think of them in terms of questions that you have that, for example, every educated person should know about the text or should want to know about the text to become more educated about it. Or it could be questions you have personally about things that you don't quite understand, but they should be as sophisticated as you can. Not a simple question about what does a word mean, because you can look that up online real easily. Instead, they should be questions about why does an author phrase something a certain way, or questions about what would be some follow-up information that would be useful to have. Note that for each of these colors, you not only have to annotate the text over here on the left-hand side, you also have to type in your information over on the right-hand side. So when you find out the particular claim or assertion, you want to type it in your own words over here on the right. You have to paraphrase it. When you find evidence, again, you want to type over on the right-hand side briefly in your own words, what is the evidence and what does it show? Same thing with the phrases that show the author's point of view. When you highlight the phrase over on the left here, make sure on the right-hand side you type in what you think that phrase shows. And then, of course, your questions get typed in on the right-hand side. When you've done that through the whole text, you have successfully completed your annotation, and the odds are that you're going to do brilliantly on the quiz.